Hello everyone and welcome back to more Goddess of Victory NIKKE. And pretty much part 2 of the second anniversary. And of course I say part 2 because not only do we have the Grave banner officially live, but we also have story 2 of Old Tales live as well. So speaking of which, I was surprised that the update, well, for my time zone specifically, ended up kind of occurring and finishing earlier than expected, which is kind of nice. But then when I go to hop into the game, this bit about Grave's banner being live and story 2, they were like nowhere to be found. And I'm like, hello? Where's the update? Because for a while, the only thing that actually showed up was this bit where they did the adjustments for Cinderella, specifically fixing the bugs and apparently buffing her damage based on the information. But aside from that, not long after this update got released, there was also another special prize that was gifted out from the developers, because Goddess of Victory NIKKE has reached number 1 on the App Store. So everyone got 10 advanced recruit vouchers as a token of appreciation, being these right here. And I also found a video with another CD key, which I redeemed to get 100 gems there. And then after earlier on from the maintenance, I got 300 gems. And yeah, these 3 here, those tickets I got from the Melodies of Victory Journey of Sound Memories little event here. Basically, it's like a kind of a pop quiz based on music from the game, and you basically have like certain missions / criteria where if you more or less get a certain amount of the guesses right, and you can actually keep retrying it until you get all the guesses right. And then one of the last things to do for this event is that you share the link to this event, which pretty much once you select, like, say Facebook or Twitter, then it will like copy the link for you. Like, it brought me basically to the homepage of Twitter, but it didn't really create a post or anything. So it more or less acknowledged I did that, and I still got the 3rd gift from it, which was essentially 3 recruit vouchers in total. Matter of fact, yeah, here we go. Throughout countless unforgettable stories you've encountered, there was music. Our memories are filled with familiar melodies. Come and embark on a trip down the memory lane of NIKKE's music. Together, let us begin our next journey. Participate in the event to get 3 recruit vouchers. And that was, if I can bring it up here, these 3 are here. And another fun fact is, yeah, there was another second anniversary reward where I got 10 advanced recruit vouchers, and then, which was basically another freebie courtesy of Shift Up. And then there was also earlier on this gift of 10 recruit vouchers, I believe. And a slight confession, on a whim, I decided to use said recruit vouchers in ordinary recruit, which if we go to it, so yeah, I'm now at 70 exchange points, and I need another 30 in order to get the recruit. But I more or less on a whim decided to do a multi, got gold, and I actually got one of my wishlist NIKKEs. I got Helm. Now, what kind of irks me is that I wasn't recording at the time, and this was in the midst of me grinding the 3,000 coins for that time reduce module, and yeah, I managed to get one of the characters on my wish list.
This is just a prop sword, so don't be scared.
Yeah. From what I remember hearing about, Helm is like a pretty good NIKKE character, especially when it comes to her as a sniper. Though, obviously, she's not as busted as Red Hood, but she's still really good for what she can do, at least until I get Red Hood for my team. And she does have a alternate variant, which is pretty much the equivalent of Summer Anise. If we go down to, yeah, here we go. Yeah, Helm Aquamarine. She, much like Summer Anise, well, I know that's the nickname for that version of Anise. If we go, let's see, she should be here somewhere. I think she's further down. Where is she? Ah, here we go. Yeah, Sparkling Summer Anise. Helm and Anise with their summer variants were limited time variants of the respective characters. So, unfortunately, until there's like some sort of rerun or whatnot, can't get access to them. But one mental comparison I was making to myself when it came to Helm's summer version.
Subordinate, I kindly ask you to quit splashing me with water.
Yeah, with this bit, the kind of ears, I guess, on top of her head, that and the bikini outfit kind of reminds me of this live 2D for another blue-haired character in Azure Lane. Specifically, it was a bikini live 2D for one of the ultra rares, being New Jersey. And when I look at Helm, I kind of see comparisons, because with that skin, New Jersey has triangle-shaped shades that kind of remind me of these ears that she has, these ear-shaped things that Helm has on the top of her head. So I kind of pictured that sort of comparison when it comes to those two. But now, aside from that, earlier today, before starting the more or less the second half of the second anniversary, pretty much not long after the Grave banner became live, I decided to do I went and did a daily poll on the Cinderella banner, and I'll put a screenshot here at this point, but more or less, I went to do the free daily poll. It started blue, went to purple, but then at the last second, when the little slider meets a hatch, it turned gold. And after that, the words flashed up Pilgrim, and it was Cinderella. I managed to actually pull a dupe of Cinderella from her banner off the free daily poll, which is, like, when I saw that, it was nuts. I was shocked and over the moon at that. But then I was also kind of also a little ticked at the same time, because I was away from my PC at the time, so I'm like, damn it, I wasn't able to record this. So none of y'all who are seeing this could have seen my genuine reaction to this. And to show that I'm being honest about this,
Sexy, perhaps?
if we go to recruit here, as you see, obviously my tickets didn't increase, and I still have the current amount of advanced recruit vouchers.
How do I look?
And then if we also go to the shop here, specifically to the mileage shop here,
You can take your time, Commander.
yeah, as you can see, I haven't gotten any dupes of Cinderella. Speaking of dupes, I actually did make my decision as to how I'm going to go about the selector item. That being this. With the second anniversary NIKKE selection box, here's my strategy. You can only get 3 with the event currently. You get the freebie that you get when you claim. You get the freebie from the 14-day calendar, so that's one thing. But then you get 2 more via the milestone / missions for old tales. So my plan is I'm going to use all 3 selectors to get dupes for Rapunzel, and not Snow White Innocent Days, aka Small White. Here's my reasoning, and that is because of the 160 wall. Now, I already got a dupe of Cinderella, which is crazy that I also got her dupe from the free daily and not off a multi, which is fantastic. I'm not even gonna bother trying to calculate the odds of that. Oh, speaking of odds, you wanna also kind of surprises me and also irks me? So, a little while ago, before recording this part in particular, I saw a VOD of the VTuber Bow the Whale beginning a new account on PC for NIKKE, right? And I'm watching her go through the first bit of the campaign and whatnot, like the tutorial normally goes. Then she gets all the sign-in goodies and whatnot after all the tutorial stuff's done. She goes to do a multi on the... She goes into does a multi on the banner, and I kid you not only was there 2 SSRs in this multi, but I shit you not, it was first Cinderella and then Red Hood back to back. I'm not kidding. Matter of fact, I think I can actually show you this VOD, or at least that segment of the VOD. Give me a moment. On second thought, here's what I'll do. I'll put right about here more or less a segment from the VOD that essentially shows the multi where she gets Cinderella and Red Hood back to back.
Oh, I can recruit? I want to recruit. Let's see what I get. Gamba? Ooh!
What are your orders? Soldier E.G. Who do you think is the most
Oh my
beautiful
God!
person in the world?
I got
You don't need to
Cinderella!
answer, for I already know.
That's my first 10 pull. What'd I get?
I'm a relic from a bygone
Ooh,
era.
Red
so
Hood!
I'll be leaving soon. But until that happens...
Nice to meet you.
I did it!
Is Florida around here?
Whoa!
Nice to meet you.
That was crazy! What the heck?
What are your orders? Nice to meet you.
Oh. Do I have more? Oh, I can. I have 50?
Red Hood, engage.
The top 2 NIKKEs in this game in 1 pull. Really? I did that? How did I do that?
And I'm not kidding. When I saw that, I was like, what is this streamer luck bullshit? Like, I was just flabbergasted at the fact that she got literally probably the two best characters in the game right next to each other in the same multi off the first multi for the banner. Like is just baffling that she was actually to be that lucky of a new account starting on PC with NIKKE. This is ugh. It's like I felt so irked when I saw that happen. But I guess to kind of make up for it, hey, I got my dupe of Cinderella for free. But a stroke of luck for me is that I got all these dispatches for gems. 2 of them for 20, 1 for 15, and 1 for 10. Now the 2 for 20, I had to use an SSR and an SR for those. So, yoink. Yep, nice free 65 gems. Excuse me. Let's see. I'll probably accrue this stuff later. Speaking of luck, and with Cinderella in particular, prior to getting her dupe, I was doing interception mode against Ultrastand again, and off screen, of course, finally, after multiple attempts, I actually managed to take down that sucker completely. It took a little trial and error, of course, but I was actually able to finally beat him. Now, of course, I don't have access to the next boss in this mode yet, level S. I don't know who the boss is, but I have to get through stage 915 in the campaign in order to get access.
Sexy, perhaps?
But actually, I think I can check the inventory, right? Yeah, here it is. This is what I got as a bonus when I finally defeated Ultrastand. I got a tier 4 rare metallic helmet plus. And as you see by this little icon, it provides a manufacturer bonus, specifically for pilgrims. So, equipment attributes will increase when worn by NIKKE is manufactured by pilgrim. So, thanks to finally defeating Ultrastand, I effectively got a nice piece of pilgrim gear, which I think I can actually give to Cinderella. So we'll go ahead and give this to her real quick, and I guess we'll give it an upgrade as well. Yeah, I tend to use all these like tier 1 stuff first, as more or less fodder. That way I can also save on the more rare resources. That being this stuff here, which are, I guess, chips? I wonder if it shows me what they're... I probably can't tell there. But more or less, like, I'm kind of saving on those chips for the gear, because of course later on I'll get like high tier level stuff, but I'm not too concerned about the high tiered gear until it becomes really necessary. But let's go ahead and limit break our girl.
I feel as though my beauty has reached new heights.
So, 1 down, 2 more to go. Because I essentially have to get 3 dupes in total in order to actually max the limit break an SSR, like Cinderella here. And then after that, any dupes are essentially a core increase, but I don't think that's going to become a factor until like mid to late game, I think. But more or less the plan, well, ideally the plan, is that I'll get Rapunzel max limit broken thanks to the selectors. Then after that, if I can get more dupes of Cinderella from her banner and potentially get Grave and dupes of Grave from her banner, which would be nice, then I can use my mileage points that I accrue before the end of the event to get any remaining dupes I need to max limit break Grave and Cinderella. By doing so, that will give me a good portion of the way to being able to break the 160 wall, which of course I don't know where that wall is going to come in, but essentially to break the wall I need 5 SSRs that are level 160 at pretty much at the bare minimum. So that's where I'm hoping Cinderella and Rapunzel will come into play. But now that her limit break is done,
Sexy, perhaps?
we got this to claim. Thank you. So, before I see about doing a recruitment for Grave in hopes of pulling her, oh, one quick thing I wanted to make mention with the arcade mode here, which I love the fact that it looks like a 3DS or like a Nintendo DS in general. Very cute. But as part of the rewards for these minigames, you can get gems. And I believe in total with all of them, you can get like, I believe I remember hearing over 1,000 gems. So that's nice in case you want some bonus gems. Let's see. Okay, yeah. The only new thing is the Old Tales 2 story. And I figure might as well go through the story 2, so that way I can potentially unlock the rest of In the Mirror. Speaking of the story, there is a theory that I've seen going around that that Red Shoes is responsible for the corruption. Well, the corruption of Cinderella at the very least. And there's at least a couple things that support that. One, there was the way she was acting when she served Cinderella the tea. There was that. She was acting kind of suspicious there. But then when you go over here...
Slash, smash, sear, and shatter. Everyone will be happy.
Pay close attention to what the text says. Red Shoes, how could you? I think that, aside from the cutscene where with her and Cinderella drinking tea, is essentially what sparked the theory that Red Shoes is responsible for Cinderella's corruption and basically the creation of an churro.
For the goddesses, for the queen.
But then my thing is like, in my mind, I'm like, why would she do this? Like, why would she willingly choose to corrupt her friend and essentially kind of sell out humanity to get into more or less the Raptures? Yeah, there's the other hint that now that I notice. As you see, Little Mermaid's face, Hansel's girl's face, their faces are fine, not affected. Red Shoes, however, is smashed specifically. So, that makes me think that in here, we're going to find out why Red Shoes did what she did. Because at best, the hint is that she wants knowledge and power, but it's like, how depraved would you have to be to sell out humanity and essentially doom the entire world for your own selfish goals. I mean, in a way, when it comes to what corruption is, especially when you think about it, it's borderline akin to, I know this is a weird comparison, but borderline similar to, say, the zombie outbreak in Resident Evil. Because I thought about this more or less. Someone chose to research the T-virus and create it, and more or less Umbrella chose to experiment on it, but then through one mistake, they end up pretty much creating an even worse problem and pretty much create a zombie outbreak that borderline puts the whole world in danger. But Red Shoes being a traitor has like several implications when it comes to the story. Because if Red Shoes did intentionally sell out humanity and pretty much corrupt Cinderella on her own free will, as her own choice, then there's the implication this could have not only affected what happened with Cinderella, but could also have part in what happened with Red Hood and even Modernia as well. Like, all the events that could have potentially taken place involving corruption and everything that has happened between Raptures and humans, and even other NIKKEs, could have potentially all been the fault of Red Shoes. She potentially could have been the catalyst for everything. Now, according to this, hard mode for this unlocks in a little over 6 days. That does not give a whole lot of time to unlock, that doesn't give a whole lot of time to do the hard mode stages.
If I kill everyone,
I wonder if hard mode is unlocked for story 1.
to the queen. For the goddesses, for the queen.
No, doesn't seem like it. Huh. That's weird. Is there not a hard mode for this? I could have sworn there was a hard mode for, Now that I look at where the glass is specifically shattered here, kind of actually fits into the events of what happened with story 1. Because there's this area here where essentially kind of correlates to the fact that Hansel and Gretel's hands were severed after Cinderella was corrupted. Then this symbolizes the fact that Little Mermaid's jaw got broken by Cinderella. And then this bit here is pretty much symbolic to what happened to Red Shoes' legs.
Slash.
But not gonna lie,
Sear and shatter. Everyone.
if Red Shoes is indeed responsible, and I feel like that is the case,
If I kill everyone, I'll be closer to the goddesses, to the queen.
it's like, yeah, if Red Shoes is indeed responsible, and I feel like it is, and I feel like that's the case, then maybe Cinderella should have done more than remove her legs. More or less to quote Thanos from the MCU, you should have went for the head. Or you should have aimed for the head. Pardon me while I get a quick drink of water here. All this talk about the plot kind of makes me dry. But let's go ahead and start this. Let's see. Who are the boost NIKKEs? Oh, Graves one of them, but I don't have her yet. Rappy and Nice, Neon, and Rapunzel. Okay, cool. So I can use pretty much the same team. Oh, I just noticed that the portrait filled. So we'll use.
I will go with you.
Yep, we'll use Cinderella, Rapunzel,
Reach you.
Rappy, Anise, and
I suppose I'll have to finish this up.
why not? We'll bring Neon.
My firepower to the test.
Here we go. Full boost. And I could always use gems to get more mirrors if I need to. So, let's find out how Cinderella's story concludes. Because the last time we were left off, suppose, from what I can tell,
Glass slippers is shattered.
oh, Red Hood. Yeah, from what I recall from the from all I know from the last part, Ave effectively got decapitated, and as far as I know, the rest of the team got incapacitated. Like, no idea if they were actually killed, but let's see how this starts out.
The party's over.
The chiming of the clock rings out loudly. As if reacting to the sound, Cinderella opens her eyes.
What the? Run! Calm down. These restraints are made out of pure titanium. She's not going anywhere.
It hurts!
Why is she reacting so strongly now, when she didn't before?
Is it working? There wasn't any reaction until 5 minutes after the substance was injected.
What substance?
This Vophouse truly could be a heretic killer.
Oh no. They injected Vophouse into her? Oh shit. Okay, for context, Vophouse is a very rare material that essentially is a that has a very negative effect against heretics and NIKKEs. It can effectively neutralize their abilities and make them mortal again. So any sort of like regeneration they would have completely shut down. So Vophouse is effectively the equivalent to kryptonite for NIKKEs in particular.
It's remarkable that a bullet made from a substance extracted from the blood has such a pronounced effect.
Ah, so that's how they did it.
Unbelievable. What exactly is this Vophouse?
The important thing is that this is highly effective against heretics. Research it thoroughly and give me a report.
What do you mean by research?
We have a test subject right in front of us, and the means to manipulate it at will. Do you need me to explain further?
What?
They want to turn her into an experiment.
Where am I? What am I?
She's talking. Is she no longer a heretic?
No way. Look at those eyes. They're the same as a NIKKE who's been corrupted.
Maybe they may be red, yes, but she may have been freed from the mind control.
Corruption is incurable. Don't believe anything this thing says. Got it?
All right.
We can win. If we weaponize this Vophouse, we can win.
What happened to me? Please, answer me.
God, they're dissecting her, aren't they?
That hurts. What happened to my comrades? What happened to the goddess squad? What happened to the world? The pain! How much time has passed?
Good question.
Where is this place? Say something! Please!
Shut up. Just shut up. Stop talking and stay quiet. You don't deserve to talk. Do you know how many people you've killed? How many NIKKEs you've destroyed? So many people. And it's all because of you. Murderer. Butcher. Traitor. You're a disgrace to the NIKKE name. Humanity's greatest failure.
Gee, way to make me feel more miserable, you prick.
You're a monster. You'll never be able to wash yourself of these sins for as long as you live.
I see. My story has been tainted. My story is not beautiful anymore. I'm no longer beautiful. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. For being weak. For killing. For being alive. I'm sorry.
Open this door immediately.
Eve.
Now, I will remain still. I won't do anything. Now that my body has been changed, in order to contribute to humanity, even if in the smallest way, I will remain like this. I will close my ears, my eyes, my mouth, and remain still.
You bastards! I said open this door! What are you doing to her?
Please. I hope that this can atone for my sins, even if only partially.
Jeez. I feel sorry for Cinderella. Like, everything that happened was absolutely out of her control, and it sucks.
Reload.
May blessings be bestowed upon the faithful.
Let's get this party started! Glass slippers, full contact, pour out. Now is the time of true beauty.
The judgment delivered by prayer is always fair.
You got 1 minute.
Oh. Well, she has her body again. So... Hold on, does that mean she wasn't decapitated?
That's all I can give you.
Okay.
No speaking or physical contact. All you can do is look.
I got it.
If you break these rules, we'll have no choice but to intervene using force.
How long are you going to keep babbling? How many times do I have to tell you that I got it? What's your name? Who do you report to? I understand all the damn rules, and I have no intention of breaking them, so don't say another word to me. Or else I'll call your superior and make your life a living hell.
Your authority has been revoked.
Would you like to put that to the test? Even if my authority has been revoked, I've got more pull than an entire truckload of your superiors. You've jerked me around and wasted enough of my time already with this red tape. Open the door, now.
I would do as she says, otherwise you're gonna get your ass kicked, man. The door to the lab opens, and a cold chill can be felt. Eve looks at Cinderella, hanging on a specially made frame. Eve walks over. She hears the loud protests from the researcher behind her, but pays him no mind. Eve gets closer and looks at Cinderella's face. She opens her eyes and looks at Eve.
Cinderella.
Eve.
Are you back?
Yeah.
But why are you like this?
Because they made her into a guinea pig. They've been experimenting on her body.
You fool.
If you don't get away from her now, I'll shoot!
Go ahead and
We
try.
don't have time for this. Let's go.
Yep. Rescue mission, I figured. Eve starts to fuss with the cables wrapped around Cinderella.
Wait, what are you doing?
Eve.
Dang it. How do you untie this?
I said stop!
Eve. Stop.
We're getting out of here.
I'll shoot!
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Level 1 combat alert!
Raptures are coming.
What?
The researcher hurriedly pulls out his
A
phone.
large-scale unit of Raptures are approaching, including 5 Tyrant class.
Oh shit.
Everyone evacuate. Anna Chiro is to be disposed of immediately.
That's our cue to get out of here. Get up, Cinderella.
I'm staying.
You can feel guilty and be a guinea pig all you want, but I know you don't want to be captured by the Raptures and assimilated again.
As Cinderella moves, the cables wrapped around her body break.
Glass slippers. Connect. Let's go.
Can you stop those things from coming this way?
No, not right now. My link with glass slippers is too unstable.
Fine, then let's book it out of here.
Emergency! The heretic Anna Chiro has escaped.
Keep your pants on. We haven't even taken a single step yet.
Requesting backup.
It's okay. Don't be scared. I won't let you get hurt.
Did he shoot at her, or did he shoot himself?
You crazy bastard! What are you shooting for?
Die, heretic! You traitor!
Oh,
She doesn't have a scratch on her! I'm sorry. I'm sorry for cutting, burning, stabbing, freezing, and searing you!
Jesus.
Please spare me! Please! Please!
Cinderella cautiously walks forward.
I swear I have no intention of hurting you.
Don't come near me. Stay back, you hear? I'm sorry. It was all my fault.
I don't resent you. I understand how you feel.
Cinderella takes another step forward.
So? Oh.
Mommy?
What? Oh no. Did he shoot himself? He did, didn't he?
He's dead.
I figured that was gonna happen.
But how? Why?
That ain't
The
good.
Raptures have begun their attack. We've got to run.
Run to where?
Anywhere.
That's what I was gonna say.
Title: Heretic Lab Report. The lab in which the heretic was being stored was destroyed by a large-scale Rapture unit. 425 casualties, 124 NIKKE units damaged beyond repair. All internal data for the lab was lost. Special notes: the heretic Anna Chiro escaped. It regained consciousness 32 days before the incident. Conclusion: It has been confirmed that the heretic Anichiro summoned the Raptures using a calling signal.
No, she didn't.
Killed the workers inside the lab and escaped.
Wrong. That is nowhere near what happened. But of course, they're going to spin the narrative to make it seem like it was her fault. Pieces of shit. Beyond the cold bluish-white mirror, a cruel reality is reflected. Maybe a new item showed up? Hey, there we go. Now it's back to the blue that it used to be. Cool. So I wonder if any new hologram crystals showed up. Yeah, there was a new collectible that showed up right here on this bench next to the stairs. I'm not seeing anything new in terms of the crystals. I don't know. I guess mainly the color changed. I wonder if the dialogue changed for Red Shoes over here.
If it means I can atone for my past, I am willing to do anything. I'm not beautiful anymore. I'm a monster.
Yeah, I definitely feel sorry for her. Okay, still the same.
So much destruction that I caused. How can I ever atone for my sins? I'm not beautiful anymore. I'm a monster. If it means I can atone for my past, I am willing to do anything.
Actually, real quick, let's get these rewards. Claim that one, then claim that. Okay.
So much destruction that I caused. How can I ever atone for my sins?
I'd say one way is to rat out Red Shoes for what she did. But in order to pretty much rat out Red Shoes and prove her innocence,
Please, may no one be hurt.
she would have to find Red Shoes first, and then, of course, aside from that, get like, I don't know, a confession of some kind, or just more or less proof in some way.
Performing reload sequence. All this modern technology. May blessings be bestowed upon the faithful.
Glass slippers, full contact, pour out. What a truly beautiful story this was. I am most pleased with it.
That's from the beginning.
You're the ace up our sleeve for this mission? You look pretty weak to me. I wonder if you're up to the task.
This is our first meeting, and this is how you act? Your rudeness knows no bounds.
No kidding.
That's rich coming from someone parading themselves around in a dress, prattling on about how they're a goddess.
Who in the world are you talking about? I know it's not me. Please, forgive her for her impropriety. I apologize on behalf of my colleague.
Yeah, you go ahead and apologize, because I won't be.
Keep on waiting. I rescind my apology. You deserve one directly from them.
You said you were Cinderella, right? I have a lot of questions about glass slippers. Can I take a look at it? If at all possible, I'd love to tinker with it and take it apart.
Oh my goodness. Talking about undressing on the first meeting. That's rather bold of you.
Calm down, Rapunzel. Calm down.
It's important to keep in mind where you're undressing as well.
Anyway, I'd be quite interested in having a look.
I'm sorry for all the chatter. You must be disappointed that we're not what you expected.
Not at all. I love how lively you all are.
Cinderella, was it? We have high expectations for you during this mission. From what I hear, you're the equivalent of a walking tactical weapon. Can you show me what you can do?
Of course, anytime.
Very good. Let's proceed with the test right now. We've prepared 500 NIKKEs. Show us how quickly you can kill them.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay.
From what we hear, you're quite skilled at killing NIKKEs.
Okay, this took a dark turn.
Show us.
I hope you're ready for this.
I see you're quite confident.
Like, it should be Raptures that she's killing, not NIKKEs.
Oh, before we start, just a small formality. We need you to make a record, nothing too serious. Something where you talk about your aspirations and stuff like that.
My aspirations? That's easy to answer. I want to thrive and coexist with the ravishing goddesses. In the end, I would like to become even more beautiful than them.
Don't you think that might be a bit challenging?
What makes you think that?
Because you've got too much blood on your hands.
Yep, there's the dark turn. Oh shit. Yep, it was a nightmare. I figured something was going on because they specifically said NIKKEs, not say 500 Raptures.
Are you awake? Seems like you were having a good dream. You were shouting and tossing and turning like crazy.
It wasn't a dream, it was a nightmare.
I dreamt about the goddesses.
Even now, you can't get them off your mind, can you?
It was a nightmare.
I hate it when that happens.
What is this place?
This is my personal bunker where I'd scurry off to if I didn't feel like working. No one knows about it except me.
Ave.
Wait. First, eat this.
Eve hands Cinderella an MRE. It's soup. Oh. So, fun fact, when it comes to, in the advising, when it comes to Cinderella, there's a mention of soup. So this is that soup that Cinderella's made mention of before. Well, so now I know its origin. Steam wafts from the bag, and a strong smell of artificial seasoning lingers in the air.
Just because you're a heretic doesn't mean you can't eat, right?
I don't know.
Then try it. Well?
I can eat.
How's the taste?
It's good.
Then eat up. You probably haven't had a proper meal in ages.
Yeah.
That's it. Eat it all.
Aww. she's crying.
You probably feel it's unfair, right? Go on. Cry as much as you want, until there are no more tears to shed. It's quite fortunate though, don't you think? Even after all these changes, you can still cry. Monsters don't shed tears.
Engaging the enemy.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I'm getting choked up a bit here. Like,
Reloading.
I swear, when NIKKE goes for the feelings, they do. Like, they definitely are great when it comes to writing stories.
Upon the faithful.
Like, they know how to get you right in the heart.
Salvation will come through victory.
Cover me.
What a truly beautiful story this was. I am most pleased with it.
You fought with the goddesses and lost. You were torn to shreds. It was a decent idea, using the goddesses as a form of suicide.
Ah. Okay, so that does make sense as to what happened with the end of story 1.
Anichiro had become a symbol, but one on which humans could pin all their hatred. If things had been left as they were, humanity would have crumbled from within. Therefore, the heretic Anichiro was transferred to a place called the Heretic Lab. But you didn't die. Every time you were injured, you regenerated. When they took you to that place, you were subjected to all sorts of inspections.
You don't need to sugarcoat it.
All right. You were experimented on.
Yep.
They wanted to find out what weapons worked against heretics and how to neutralize your ability to regenerate. To get a better idea of your interior composition. For a while, they couldn't find anything of much use. Then an unknown substance called Vophaus was introduced. Apparently, it's a substance that kills heretics.
Yep, it can.
Huh? It specifically targets heretics?
That's right. Hard to wrap your mind around, isn't it? A substance specifically designed to eliminate a heretic.
That must mean there are more of them. Heretics.
That's a reasonable deduction. Anyway, they injected you with Vophaus. There was a noticeable decline in your regenerative abilities, and then you began to regain consciousness. That's when you returned to your original self, right?
Yeah.
So if you think about it, the Vophaus effectively killed the Anichiro personality. It's like there was effectively two entities in control of Cinderella's body and mind. There was Cinderella herself, who was essentially trapped in the mirror world, and then there was Anichiro, who was essentially the heretic personality in control of her body. So, being injected with the Vophaus, that effectively killed the Anichiro personality and turned her to normal.
I knew it. That tells me Vophaus isn't a substance meant to kill heretics, but the cure for corruption. I doubt I need to tell you what happened after that. You experienced it yourself.
What happened to everyone?
After getting a thrashing from you, we were just waiting to die when Oswald came and revived us.
Oswald again, huh?
He repaired us.
did all sorts of other things, and 2 months flew by. We cleared our names and proved we weren't traitors.
Did you get a brain scan?
No. At this point, the only information they'd be able to get with that would be our favorite foods, so they didn't bother using it. We worked hard to explain and presented evidence, so we're in the clear now. Well, we're still under strict surveillance.
I heard something about a central government?
The United Forces of Humanity, NVTC, merged to become the central government. All the other smaller corporations were also incorporated. It sounds like a corporate merger, doesn't it?
Pretty much.
Humanity acknowledged defeat and hid underground. They're moving to a giant subterranean city called the Ark.
They admitted defeat? The straw that broke the camel's back must have been...
Yes, it was you. Your actions are what caused the lift mission to fail. The area near the lift saw a rapid increase in raptures and became impenetrable. We can no longer target the highest-ranking figure among the hellish horde, and they constantly keep pouring out more raptures. It's unfortunate, but what can we do?
Why did you come to free me?
Because you would have died if I left you. You might become corrupted again.
Wouldn't it be better if I died? I killed so many people. I destroyed countless NIKKEs. I prevented humankind from succeeding. It's not even certain if I've been cured. I might regress. I'm no longer beautiful. Wouldn't it be better if I just died? Or went back and spent the rest of my days as a test subject? I don't know what I am anymore. I don't know what I should live for anymore. Who am I? Anichiro or Cinderella? Ave, in your eyes, what do I look like?
A pathetic fool. If you're looking for comfort, then you came to the wrong person. You know me. I'm not one for flattery. However, there are others who can do that in my stead.
Huh?
I called some of your old friends over.
Oh.
They're still alive?
They'll be here soon.
Please, may no one be hurt. May blessings be bestowed upon the faithful.
Let's get this party started!
Glass slippers, full contact. Pour out.
Now! Concentrate all attacks!
Let me think for a moment.
Nothing can stand against my firepower!
Alright, this is the last mirror for now. At least until I get more.
Think there's anyone tracking us?
I would assume so.
It's awfully quiet, though.
This is Oswald we're talking about, after all. It might be smart to sit back and observe it first.
Well, we haven't noticed anything that seems too concerning, so it should be okay.
We want to see Cinderella as soon as we can.
Ah.
Cinderella, come out.
You still look like Anichiro to me. Your eyes are still red.
She wasn't into the innocent look anymore, so she went for a makeover. Cinderella, say something.
Everyone?
Oswald, Gretel, and Little Mermaid flinch and step back.
Sorry, we're not scared. You just surprised us, that's all.
Oh. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry for causing you so much suffering. For messing everything up. I know this might be hard to believe, but I think I'm in my right mind now.
Little Mermaid cautiously approaches Cinderella and quietly reaches out her hand.
Siren.
Cinderella extends her hand to hold Little Mermaid's. Startled, Little Mermaid takes a few steps back.
Gretel and I think Siren is still scared.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
I'm scared. But Gretel wants to kill Cinderella. We're still sore about getting our butts handed to us.
Watch your mouth.
You should consider our feelings. If Oswald hadn't saved Hansel and Gretel and the others, we would all have died. We also know the reason Cinderella acted the way she did was because she was corrupted. However, we're still scared and want to kill her.
I'm sorry.
Give us some time. It won't be easy to go back to the way things were. Once it's clear that you're back to your usual self, we'll apologize, and we'll give you a big hug. Sorry.
Siren, stop talking.
I'm a little scared too. Give me a little more time.
Be careful and don't phrase anything like a command, or it can activate your powers.
Ah, okay. So that's the trigger.
A little time will make things better.
Yep, still recovering.
I told you not to speak. Why don't you listen to me?
Okay, I understand. You can't trust me yet. I'll wait.
It's getting late, so let's get some rest. It'll take at least a day for everyone to lower their guard anyway.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
Can I borrow Cinderella for a bit?
Sure. You should try and make her feel better.
Got it.
Yeah, why do I have a feeling that it's not gonna go that way?
Cinderella, this way.
Yeah, I have a feeling something's gonna go wrong.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
Sorry. I can't help the way I feel. I'm scared. Gretel feels a little sorry for Cinderella.
I know. We can't go back to the way things were straight away.
Let us get off to a beautiful start.
May blessings be bestowed upon the faithful.
Let's get this party started!
Last slippers, full contact. 4 out.
No! Concentrate forward now!
This battle's finished. Moving on.
Hey, nice. I figured there had to be a key somewhere. Oh no, more tea. Red Shoes hands Cinderella a cup of tea. Not again.
Drink this.
This is...
Yes, it's the same tea we had before. I figured it'd be perfect to ease us into talking more openly.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. Do your eyes hurt?
I think I would dispose of that tea immediately.
No, they don't. They don't feel strange at all. It just feels like a simple color change, that's all.
It looks like a mark.
You're right.
It's pretty.
I'd rather you not say that.
Sorry. What about the rest of you? Any pain or discomfort?
This might sound strange, but I feel more energetic than ever. I almost feel omnipotent.
That's understandable. You underwent a major upgrade. How about your appetite or sleep habits?
The same. No change.
You really are back. You haven't changed a bit. Your tone, your facial expressions, everything is the same.
Yeah.
It's such a relief.
Thank you.
Do you remember everything from when you were corrupted?
Yes, I remember everything. I acted of my own free will. Killing those NIKKEs and those humans. I thought it was all for the Queen. I truly believed I was doing something beautiful. When I came to my senses, I wanted to die.
So, it warps your consciousness entirely. Turns you into a Rapture.
I believe so.
Was there anything else that was out of the norm?
There was this wall.
A wall?
I was present, but I saw another version of me on the other side of the wall, and I couldn't break it down. That me beyond the wall did terrible things. All I could do was watch helplessly.
Like a split personality. Huh, that's remarkable.
My mental faculties weren't enough to resist it. I was terrified.
Was there anything else? Like someone talking to you or something?
Yes, someone spoke to me. It tried to tempt me into listening to it.
It tried to persuade you into doing things?
I don't know if I could call it persuasion. There was a time when I came to my senses, and when I did, it threatened me, as if it had a personality all its own. It tried to bring me over to the dark side.
Is that what corruption is capable of? This is astounding.
Oh no. There it is. That's a definite red flag that she's pretty much just responsible.
This all sounds like science fiction. The rate at which the Raptures have evolved is astonishing.
Like, the eyes, her expression. Yeah. Cinderella, ditch that tea now.
Red Shoes? Why do you sound like that?
Huh?
Yeah. Time to interrogate.
You seem happy about this.
Oh, well, you could say that corruption is my own creation.
And there it is. Yeah. Red Shoes is effectively the catalyst for everything that happened. Yeah. This bitch, for pretty much causing everything that she has done, all the blood might as well be on Red Shoes' hands, and Red Shoes is the one who deserves to die. So, did another crystal thing show up? Maybe that one?
If it means I can atone for my past, I am willing to do anything. so much destruction that I caused.
Oh.
How can I ever atone for my sins? I'm not beautiful anymore. I'm a monster.
You're not a monster. You know taste and shed tears. You feel guilt and sadness. What kind of monster would be capable of those things? You're no monster. I wouldn't let that happen to you.
Yeah, I definitely feel bad for Cinderella.
That I caused. How can I ever atone for my...
Go and show them. Turn the goddess squad into your...
Okay, already saw that one. I think that's the only one. Yeah, I think that's the only new one. I wonder... Let's see what mission goodies I got. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. So I'll get another one once I clear once I clear the last stage of story 2. Ah, okay. So hard mode is only for story 2, not for story 1. Okay.
If it means I can atone for my past, I am willing to do anything. I'm not beautiful anymore. I'm a monster.
Yeah, here we go. I can get some more shattered hand mirrors. But let's go ahead and get all these. Yeah, I think I need the same amount so I can get all the regular recruit vouchers. Pardon me a moment. Need to hydrate. So, in theory, I need 7 more mirrors so I can complete the rest of it. So, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a brief break, and then I'll come back and we'll complete the rest of story 2. So, I will see you guys in a moment.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Alrighty, and we're back. So, technically at this point it's a new day, so I got 5 of the shattered hand mirrors, but we're going to go ahead and grab another set, which will bring us to 10, which should be more than enough to finish the remaining stages for story 2.
How can I ever atone for my sins?
So, let's see about completing this story and hopefully making Red Shoes pay for what she has done. think it's gonna be cutscene first.
I'll never be able to defeat the Raptures at this rate. The Raptures are infinite, while we're finite in number.
A grounded assessment, to be sure.
So, we have to go big. That's the only way we'll be able to turn the tide.
Did you have anything in mind?
I believe so. No, actually, I'm certain I do. But it will be incredibly difficult. Close to impossible, in fact. But we have to make it happen. As the goddesses, we must protect humanity.
What's your plan? Do you think we stand a chance?
Even if we didn't, we have to try. That's our job. So, Red Shoes, never give up. I'll take the first step. All you have to do is follow me.
The thing is, I think she pretty much gave up on humanity from the start.
I'll become humanity's savior. I need you on my side. I have to go. We'll meet again.
Goodbye, Rapunzel. I wish you luck. Having hope in a situation where you can't win. Wouldn't siding with the Raptures solve this problem?
Yeah, this is definitely the face of a psychopath. So yeah. You know how I was saying that Suyen is like one of the worst? With what Red Shoes has done, Red Shoes is arguably, with this story, has now become the #1 worst character in NIKKE. Like the #1 most hated character because of her actions. She effectively is the catalyst for like everything that has happened in terms of the story's plot. And it's because of her sick, twisted idea to pretty much make an experiment of pretty much trying to merge humans, Raptures, and NIKKEs together.
At first, corruption was a bagatelle, something trivial which momentarily paralyzed NIKKEs. However, the way it operated was somewhat unorthodox. It didn't affect the nervous system, nor any other part of the body. So, I was curious as to how it could induce paralysis. Every NIKKE's brain has something called a nymph. Have you heard of it? It injects information into the brain and then backs up all the information contained within the brain. In the initial stage, corruption forces its way into this nymph to issue a command not to move. The important thing was that it touched the nymph. It's that simple. This is where I saw the future. A future where we don't lose. A future where humanity wins this war. It's simple. We simply need to be on the same side. I didn't have the necessary skills to affect the nymph, so I started investigating this corruption phenomenon. And I discovered something remarkable. Corruption comprises a code that even humans can understand. This was a revelation. I tried inputting simple commands from the corruption process into the NIKKEs. You know what happened? They started moving according to the command that was input.
So, she more or less turned innocent NIKKEs into her puppets. You can literally see and feel the depravity from that face.
It was fascinating. So, I implanted my own personality data into the corruption code and modified it to have the subject think in the same manner as a Rapture.
Yeah, fun fact. When I listened back to one of those hologram crystals in the hub world of Old Tales, I listened back to the mirror voice. The mirror voice sounds eerily similar to Red Shoes, just more or less altered, very slightly, but I could faintly hear similar tone and such to Red Shoes herself. So that tells me that the mirror voice that was manipulating Cinderella early on was actually Red Shoes implanting a copy of her personality into Cinderella's mind.
This was also a resounding success. The Nikkes infected by the corruption only repeated actions which were beneficial to the Raptures. I was overwhelmed with joy. I had discovered a way for humanity to coexist with the Raptures.
Yeah, by being their slaves. That's effectively what you did. You basically made a way for the Raptures to essentially turn humans, or in this case Nikkes, into their puppets. You're no better than the Raptures themselves.
The Raptures are our enemy, an enemy we must defeat. But if we switch our way of thinking and proceed with the mindset that Raptures are our allies, then we don't need to fight anymore. We can truly achieve harmony.
I call bullshit with this. I call bullshit with this mindset, Red Shoes, because what harmony is there if you're essentially causing Nikkes and humans to essentially sacrifice their free will to serve under the Raptures? The whole point of us fighting the Raptures is to get rid of them and thus make the world safe for humans again. What you're doing is the opposite, making it so that they win and we lose.
But there was a big problem. The corruption injected with my personality had very obvious limitations. It didn't last long. It either got attacked by the nymph and died, or physically destroyed the brain. My personality data was inferior and unable to perform a diverse range of actions. I had gone as far as I could with my own skill set. I became painfully aware of my limitations. So, I implanted this improved corruption code in the Raptures and returned them. I trusted the Raptures. If the Raptures had achieved such incredible evolutionary progress in a short period with this improved corruption code, I firmly believed that they would be able to hone it to perfection. And they did not disappoint. When the Raptures returned with the new and improved corruption code, I felt as if I had the entire world in the palm of my hand.
Yeah, I can definitely feel the depravity from that statement. Like, she essentially lost herself to this freaking power fantasy when it came to this experiment by sacrificing essentially innocent Nikkes so that she could satisfy her own twisted ends.
Although it had become something unique to Raptures, something that humans could not understand, it was perfection personified. That was what created you. Anichiro, the fruit of my labor. That was how the Raptures responded to the peace treaty I sent out. I proposed that we could live together in harmony. You, Anichiro, are a symbol of peace between the Raptures and humanity. You are a perfect being. The most beautiful being. If you had a beastly beauty when you were corrupted, now your beauty is absolute. Tell me more. Tell me everything about yourself. How are you feeling? Do you still want to live for the Raptures? How does it feel when you see a Nikke? Is there a difference from before? Do you sleep? Can you taste? Do the Raptures attack you? Do you feel like you are out of place?
I would not blame Cinderella right now for punching Red Shoes square in the face.
Do you want to kill humans? Do you want to save them? Do you still hear voices? How long can you hold your breath? Tell me. Tell me everything, Anichiro. Please.
I have a question.
Questions are also good. What is it?
Are you the one who implanted the corruption in me?
Yes. I did it during your last maintenance check.
So that's when it happened. So, it was not in the tea, but it was more than likely probably in the she probably tampered with the syringe that Ave injected into Cinderella early on into the maintenance check.
Why me?
Because you're the most perfect Nikke amongst us. The result of the Rapture improved corruption combined with your perfection. I had no doubt that the results would be sublime. The Raptures realized that too. That's why they modified you to be omnipotent. The ultimate masterpiece, jointly created by me, the Raptures, and Ave. Is such beauty even moral? It's almost blasphemous.
Did you do this to the others as well?
No, not yet. I didn't want to waste any precious subjects until I confirmed your outcome.
When did you come up with the idea of coexisting with the Raptures?
A while ago, when I was still human.
Why did you apply to become a Grimm's model?
In order to spread my beliefs, I required power. I had to climb up the ranks. Rather than coming from a priest or VTC researcher, the words of a goddess would carry much more influence.
Yeah, she borderline wants to start a cult, pretty much. That's what that's telling me.
Are you saying you want to infect all Nikkes?
Yep.
Yes.
How have you not been found out yet?
I'm aware that others would consider me insane.
You are insane.
It's that awareness that has allowed me to remain undetected.
Now, what would be beautiful here, aside from punching Red Shoes in the face like she really deserves, what would be beautiful is if Cinderella or Ave is by chance recording this conversation and using that as evidence to rat her out and essentially turn her over to the authorities in a way, or just more or less revealing, we recorded this conversation, so thanks to this evidence, you're screwed in a way. Just more or less unravel her entire plan. I have a feeling that's going to happen, but I'm actually wanting that to happen in all honesty, because Red Shoes deserves her comeuppance for everything that she's done.
I was surprised that they wanted to do a brain scan, but it didn't amount to much. Anichiro, it's destiny. How else could everything have fallen into place so perfectly? You must guide me. You must guide everyone on the heretic path, on the path to harmony.
One last question.
Please ask.
Is there a reason why I shouldn't kill you now?
Exactly.
Because I'm going to help you. Now we can begin to walk the path toward peaceful coexistence with the Raptures. Not many people will understand, but I will see my plan through. I simply need you to remain a symbolic figure. I'll take care of everything else. So, Anichiro, with
Yes! Oh, beautiful. Shoots her right through the damn chest. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Cinderella, for doing that. Thank you, Cinderella, for making this bitch shut her mouth. Because, oh, she had it coming. A beam of light from glass slivers pierces through Red Shoes' core. She collapses lifelessly to the ground. Absolutely deserved.
Don't call me that.
Cinderella lowers her head and cradles her face in her hands, sobbing silently. She's still alive in some sense. Cinderella quickly raises her head. Red Shoes is moving.
How? I pierced her core straight through.
Both of Red Shoes' legs twist and contort at unnatural angles. She then charges at Cinderella while frantically swinging her appendages. The flailing legs ceaselessly pound on glass slippers.
Her appendages are moving even after the main body has been taken out.
Red Shoes moves like a marionette with the strings detached. Glass Slippers fires a light beam, severing both of Red Shoes' legs from her body. Like a sword through the air. Red Shoes once again falls lifelessly to the floor. Now, what's kinda disturbing with this image? She faintly has a goddamn smile. That's what's kind of fucked up. She faintly has a smile. So even in her demise, she is borderline grinning from ear to ear, like as if she's the freaking Joker. Damn. Like as if she was amputated with a lightsaber. The two detached legs wander around aimlessly as if lost and not knowing where to go. After a while, they disappear into the darkness. Yeah, that's creepy. That's kind of creepy. I would hunt down and destroy those legs. How the fuck are you still alive?
You're still breathing?
Yeah, I hope it hurts. I hope it hurts, you despicable bitch. Yeah, Cinderella, do me a favor. Shoot through her head.
Oh, how happy I would be to be turned into a heretic.
Yeah, you are fucking depraved. Absolutely fucking depraved. Yeah, you deserve a very cruel death. Bridges' eyes grow faint as her life slips away. Good. And her movement ceases. Thank you, Cinderella. Now, in theory, if this conversation between Cinderella and Red Bitch was effectively recorded in some fashion, they could then take the conversation, deliver it to, say, the central government or whomever in charge, and essentially clear Cinderella's name of pretty much everything in a way. So that way, potentially humanity and everyone else involved could potentially forgive Cinderella for what happened, knowing that it was Red Shoes from the beginning that caused essentially everything dealing with the Raptures. Well, just about everything.
It was you. This is all because of you.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I feel the pain and anger in Cinderella's face. It's like the fury that is in Cinderella's emotion right now is pretty much how everyone how everyone experiencing this story feels towards Cinderella. Or not towards Red Shoes, not Cinderella, towards Red Shoes. Because they definitely, like, shift the devs, they definitely made a character that you would absolutely hate. And they pretty much made a character that's arguably irredeemable in any circumstance.
You caused all this pain and misery.
Yes.
Damn you.
Cinderella?
No? Red Shoes! Is she dead?
Hopefully.
What's going on? Explain!
Cinderella looks around with trembling eyes. The room, which is in shambles. Red Shoes' corpse with her legs amputated and a hole in her chest. And her standing beside the body. The faces of her comrades unable to hide their fear and horror.
Did you do this?
No, it's not.
Cinderella?
It wasn't me. I mean, I did this to her, but she was trying to corrupt. She said that the corruption was her doing. She was trying to use it to...
What?
Gretel, glass slippers are solid, so I'll use acid. Roger, let's kill this heretic.
No, I'm not a heretic. I'm not Enichiro anymore. It's me, Cinderella.
Let me ask you a question then. You're saying Red Shoes is behind this corruption, and it was her who planted it inside you?
Yes, it was.
That's right. I can explain every...
Do you really expect us to believe that? There's no way Red Shoes would do something like that.
Yeah, that's what she wanted you to think. That's how her deception went.
You feel the same way, Siren? Then what about me?
Yeah, look at her face. She's telling the truth.
What about me? You think I would kill Red Shoes without cause? Why isn't anyone hearing out my side of the story? Why I did it, or what happened? I'm back. I'm all better now. Why don't you believe me? Why didn't any of you? When I saw you all a while ago, why didn't anyone ask if I was okay? Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
When you all look at me, what do you see?
Cinderella's question is greeted with silence.
Okay, I understand now. Even after what I put you through, you were willing to meet with me. I'm grateful for that. But I guess I had the wrong impression. You simply wanted to see a monster. You wanted to hurt a monster.
Cinderella begins to levitate.
Cinderella!
Yeah, she's gonna run away.
Don't follow me, or I'll kill you where you stand.
Cinderella disappears, leaving her former colleagues standing amongst the ruined room. They silently stare up at the sky, where Cinderella disappeared. Damn. Yeah, this is absolutely all Red Shoes' fault. Because of her manipulation, Cinderella effectively feels like she has no home to go to. And yeah, I feel her frustration. I feel her anger.
Full contact. Pour out. We need to fire straight ahead. Together. Let me check the mirror for a moment. Modern technology. Time for the grand finale.
But of course, again, that's why I said that the conversation should have been recorded in some extent, so that way Cinderella would have a backup to essentially prove her innocence in a way. Especially in a situation like that. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 6 left. Yeah, Red Shoes absolutely deserved what she got.
I will clean up neatly and beautifully.
Target clear.
Now, since this one's a repeatable stage, there's more than likely no cutscene involved.
Glass slippers,
Full contact.
pour out.
Now is the time of true beauty.
Hold on just a little longer. One down.
I also want to note that thanks to the login calendar for Old Tales, I got 5 more advanced recruit vouchers. So now I'm sitting at like
Battle's finished. Moving on.
I believe I'm at 54. So in theory, I just need 6 more advanced recruit vouchers, and then I can do 6 multis. Pretty much the equivalent of what I did for Cinderella, but that would be exclusively all vouchers. Yeah, I think the repeat stage, I think the repeat stages don't have cutscenes. It's the unrepeatable ones that have them. Cinderella wakes up from her sleep and stares blankly out of the window into space. At the point where the horizon meets the cloudless sky, as tears fall down her face, the sun sets. As she falls back to sleep, Cinderella weeps. Cinderella wakes up from her sleep and stares blankly out of the window into space. At the point where the horizon meets the cloudless sky, as tears fall down her face, the sun sets. Yeah, so repeat. Oh, and suddenly, she realizes what she must do.
My life is no longer a beautiful fairy tale. I am a traitor to humanity. A monster. A heretic. That's the way my story has been written. A failed story. A fairy tale that is not beautiful must be erased. Glass slippers. Full contact.
Oh no. Don't do it. The glass slippers floats and unfolds. The panels, which only a few moments ago were emitting a barrage of light beams, and was designed to be aimed at the scourge of mankind, turned to Cinderella. Cinderella closes her eyes. In her mind, the image which arises is not the God Squad she The image which arises is not the God Squad she so longed to be part of. Not the NIKKEs and humans who perished and suffered by her hand. Not the researcher who turned the gun on himself right before her eyes. Nor Red Shoes, whom she killed in a murderous rage. It was one who appeared out of nowhere during her agony.
Cinderella.
Eve. Cinderella thought she was hearing voices.
Get up.
With trepidation, she opens her eyes. Eve is standing before her.
Turn glass slippers off, you idiot.
Huh? How did you find me?
Well, to be fair, Eve would know Cinderella best, so... And she did dream of, pretty much at one point going to that location when pretty much, the war against the Raptures was over.
Slippers, full contact. Pour out.
Now is the time of true beauty.
There's some dirt on my face.
How annoying.
Time for the grand finale! Reloading! Let's get this party started! Focus fire!
Salvation will come through victory!
Nothing can stand against my firepower!
Answer me. How did you find me? Answer me!
I thought you would be here.
What?
You always said that someday, when this was all over, you'd want to spend your days in a place where the cloudless sky meets the horizon.
Yep, there it is. Cinderella looks out the window. Outside, the cloudless sky and the horizon intermingle.
After you ran away, I looked for a place that matched that description. I assumed that you would have thought that everything was over. There were a few places that fit the bill, but this one was the furthest. So I figured that's where I'd find you.
Did I say that?
You did.
I don't remember.
I do.
Why are you here?
To take you away.
Where?
Anywhere but here.
Wherever it is, I'm not going. I will stay here.
And do what? Die?
Yes.
I can't allow that.
I don't need your permission.
That's where you're wrong. I created you, so I say when you get to die. Come on, get up.
Eve takes Cinderella's hand, and she flinches.
I told you to get up.
What are you trying to do?
Get up so we can have some snacks and chat.
Eve tugs at Cinderella, but she doesn't budge.
Come on, please.
Forget about me.
No.
I said forget about me. I've become a monster. I'm no longer beautiful. I stood in the goddess's way. I killed many humans and my own comrade. I've ruined everything. There's no reason for me to live.
You have to live.
Why?
Eve sits down in front of Cinderella.
Because I want to be the best engineer this world has ever known. You are my creation. My greatest masterpiece. It can't end like this. I can't let you end it all on such a miserable note. Otherwise, I would have created something which didn't amount to anything. No, this isn't where the story ends. Your story can only come to a close when you're at your most beautiful.
I already have too much blood on my hands. I'm not beautiful anymore. My story has been tainted. There's no happy ending for me anymore. A fairy tale, which is no longer beautiful, should be erased.
I've always been watching you. I didn't want to miss a single moment. Your perseverance towards achieving your goals. Your refusal to give up. Your way of thinking. The future. Your dreams. I watched it all. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe I could create a masterpiece such as yourself. I couldn't take my eyes off you. You were so beautiful. Huh? You always had a captive audience in me. Your attention was focused on the Goddess Squad. You wanted to be part of them. To be honest, I wasn't terribly interested in them. Because you were more beautiful. You were shining bright like a diamond, and you were right in front of me. So why would I look at inferior beings that were far away? You were the most beautiful being that I ever created. My goddess of victory.
Goddess of victory.
That's why it can't end here.
My goddess of victory must shine the brightest and be the most beautiful. Let's rewrite it. Let's rewrite this fairy tale which has gone astray. You're still alive. It's not over yet. There's still a chance to rewrite the story as many times as we want. It's only the first chapter that's finished. There's still a long way to go until the ending. There's bound to be plenty of twists and turns along the way. Let's create a happy ending.
But I've already killed so many people.
You weren't you.
I stood in the way of the goddess squad.
That's not what you intended.
I became the enemy of the entire human race.
It's not your fault.
I even killed Red Shoes with my own hands.
You must have had a good reason for what you did. I trust you. No matter what happens, I will always trust you. I'm blinded by your light and your beauty.
Ave.
Look, Cinderella.
Ave and Cinderella look at glass slippers. Their reflection is stained with blood.
What do you see?
A monster covered in blood.
Don't be a fool. That can be wiped away. No matter what it's covered in, that doesn't change what's underneath. Look, it's all clean. Whenever you're struggling, don't allow your image to define you. Instead, look at your true self. What do you see now?
When you look at me, what do you see, Ave?
I can't see anything. I'm too starstruck. What do you see?
Me.
Who are you?
Cinderella.
And what kind of person is Cinderella?
Someone who betrayed humanity and killed a lot of people.
What do you mean? It's not an Ichiro who is reflected here. It's Cinderella. So I'll ask you again. What kind of person is Cinderella?
A person who, when in despair, received help from the goddesses and then idolized them. Someone who wanted to stand on the battlefield alongside them and applied for that privilege. Who worked really hard and became a second-generation Grimm's model. A person who took great pride in that truth. Someone who took thousands, tens of thousands of tests. Who always strived to achieve the best results. Who never gave up on her dreams. Who was always proud and full of confidence. A person who loved their comrades. Someone who loved humanity. A person who loved myself. The most beautiful person in the world.
And this Cinderella you're describing, what did she want to do?
Defeat those who would harm humanity and protect the human race. To rewrite the story.
That's better. Let's do it. Let's rewrite it. I'll be in the front row watching. I'll be your mirror. I'll watch you become your true self.
Okay. You've watched over me all this time. Even if everyone turned their backs on me, you would remain by my side. For you, I will continue my story.
When you become exhausted and you can't stand to look at yourself, when the mirror's surface becomes smudged and dirty, just remember my eyes watching you. That's where you'll find the most beautiful goddess of victory this world has ever seen.
Okay, not gonna lie. feeling choked up a bit. Like, I swear, it's the Pilgrim stories especially that really get you in the feels. They really pull at the heartstrings.
Enemy aircraft confirmed.
May blessings be bestowed upon the faithful.
Now, if it's anything like the previous event, after clearing all the stages on hard mode for Story 2, there should be a bonus cutscene that unlocks.
Let me check the mirror for a moment.
Now, what this bonus cutscene is, no idea. Because hard mode is still locked away behind a timer. There's still like 5 days, I think, until hard mode becomes available for everyone to go through. Excuse me. And of course, by that point, I can then do those stages, get even more of the currency, and then use the currency to get, say, the regular recruit vouchers and pretty much anything else in the shop that pretty much is purchasable with said currency. Alright, 3 more to go. Yeah, so I have a little over 5 days left. Oh. Hey. Another key. So yeah. Good thing I decided to go through Story 2 and complete it. Because that way I'll get any remaining keys. So let's see what Oswald is up to.
I didn't expect this kind of talk to come from you.
Not a word of this to anyone. Having to suffer through this once for my child is difficult enough.
Did you say child?
Aww.
Why are you making that weird face?
I'm touched.
Anyway, I know I was speaking confidently, but things have really gone to the dogs. Right now, you're...
The main reason why humanity had to flee underground. The one who destroyed the heretic research lab and who killed Red Shoes.
You already know. So, if we're being realistic, we have 2 choices. First, return to the central government and cooperate with the investigation. I'll be there to make sure they don't treat you roughly like before. We'll prove to them that you're completely and utterly free of corruption and explain the mechanisms behind it. While on paper, this is the safest and most conventional method, but it might not even be possible.
Especially considering I'm essentially a wanted criminal. I doubt I'll even be given the chance to explain myself.
Now, the second choice, hide out and wait. Like I told you, humanity has acknowledged defeat and is hiding underground. An operation called Ark Guardian, centered around the Goddess Squad, is underway. Whatever form it ends up assuming, the operation will soon come to a close. The people will seal the Ark and ensure that nothing can enter or exit. Our second option is to hide away and wait until that happens.
What happens then?
I don't know, maybe consider getting into farming?
What's the point of living on a planet where nothing remains?
You'll be alive, and that will be significant enough. You will wait, and you'll keep waiting. When humanity eventually emerges from their underground city, that is when you will help them. After enough time has passed, they'll be willing to overlook much of what has happened. While it's a safe choice, the disadvantage is that it will take a lot of time, and there's always the off chance that it will backfire. Pick whichever one you prefer.
Neither seems particularly alluring.
Then what are you going to do?
You said we should rewrite the story.
Yeah, and?
So let's rewrite it.
This can also be a part of the story. Every story has an intermission.
I don't like that. It's not beautiful.
It's easy enough to say you don't like something, but not so easy to come up with alternatives.
For better or worse, I've become stronger. My current strength is incomparable to before.
Good for you.
And due to the many unwanted battles, my skills have also significantly improved.
Why would you bring that up now of all times?
Sorry, I didn't mean to make things more difficult. But it's the truth. I'm as strong as ever. In matters of physical strength, nothing is impossible for me.
Hey, don't tell me...
In order to fix the story, I need to right the wrongs I've committed. I'm going to take down the Queen. You mentioned that the number of raptures near the lift has increased, didn't you? It doesn't matter. With my current abilities, I can break through. I can erase the past catastrophes. The Goddess Squad will no longer be a failure. This is where it changes. What do you think? I think it's a beautiful plan that can resolve everything.
I don't think you have to go that far.
What do you mean?
Humanity doesn't trust you. They consider you their enemy, a traitor. You don't have to go through all this.
Ave, I still want to be a second-generation Grimm's model. The savior of humanity. The successor to the Goddess Squad. I'm not doing this for humanity. I'm doing it for myself. And for Ave, who created me. For my comrades. I need to undo the damage I caused with my own hands.
So you're going to take down the Queen?
Yes.
Sounds like a fool's errand. Let's get started.
What? That last bit contradicts the first part.
High risk, high reward. I like it. If we want to turn things around, then we've got to do something drastic.
But there is something I need.
What is it?
I need Hansel, Gretel, and Siren. We need to go together. Then I know for sure that we can win.
Are you certain?
How could we not? While they may not be as strong as me, they are still remarkable.
It's not a matter of how strong they are or aren't. It's whether they'll be willing to go with you in the first place.
They'll come with me. I'm sure of it.
What makes you so confident?
Because I believe everyone feels the same as I do.
Okay, let's go meet them. I don't know if they'll be persuaded, but we can at least go see them.
If you talk to them, I'm sure they'll listen.
Do you think I've got a voice like sirens or something?
No, you have something better. You're able to save someone who is ready to give up everything. Who was ready to choose death.
Don't you ever bring that up again, please.
There's no need to be flustered. You're beautiful.
Well, still, if we want to talk to them, then the first step is to go meet up with them. And that'll be the biggest stumbling block.
How come? Surely that wouldn't be an issue for you.
Well, the thing is, before I came here, I used a stun gun to knock them all out. I'm considered an important witness, so they wouldn't let me leave.
Oh.
You think that's funny?
Let's find them then.
Find them? You mean there?
Yes.
I guess there's some sense to that. Good. Then, let's start by sneaking in.
Wait. Someone's coming.
Is it a rapture?
I can't tell.
At that moment, a voice is heard from outside.
Come out.
Oh, it's Oswald.
We have you surrounded.
Well, that ain't good.
I will protect you! May blessings be bestowed upon the faithful.
Party started! Reloading. Glass slippers, full contact. Pour out. Now is the time of true beauty.
Oh no, my firepower! Time for the grand finale!
Party started! Focus fire. Now is the time of true beauty.
Well, that was easy.
There we go.
What an odd combination. What is this? I thought you said we were surrounded. A bit of an exaggeration, don't you think?
3 second-generation Grimm's models are more than enough to hem you in.
Hansel, Gretel, and Siren.
Seems like you haven't come here to talk things through. Tell me, why are you here?
We're here to take you in. And to eliminate the heretic, Anichiro.
Then I'm afraid you've wasted your trip. Since the heretic Anichiro is no more.
Allow me to convey the current feelings of the central government. You massacred untold numbers of Nikkes and humans. Destroyed the heretic research lab. Murdered Red Shoes in cold blood. You must be executed. Given the untold harm you have caused on humankind, both physically and on morale, we are here to kill you and secure your remains. The news of your death will boost morale.
I hate to admit it, but you're not wrong.
Furthermore, any future option to capture or negotiate with Anichiro is off the table. Our primary goal is elimination.
Isn't that going a bit overboard? A heretic's body holds untold research potential.
Too many have died by her hand. It's not just the central government. The common people harbor a desire for revenge. So many of them have lost family and friends.
So she's become a figurehead.
Correct. Raptures are already starting to be viewed as a natural phenomenon, akin to a natural disaster. There is no trace of individuality amongst them. They are an anonymous collective, a faceless horde. But the heretic Anichiro, she is one person, a perfect and singular target to focus on.
So you came to kill her? And you brought them along?
There is nothing better than a Grimm's model to combat a heretic.
Hey, you guys. What's gotten into you? Did you really come to kill Cinderella?
They're all in a bit of a tight spot. Their top member, Cinderella, has been corrupted. Red Shoes, once a high-ranking priest and researcher from BTC, is dead.
Deserved.
Siren is barely able to control the immense power she wields. As for Hansel and Gretel, they are illicit creations. Only 3 second-generation Grimm's models were supposed to be made.
Cinderella, Red Shoes, and Siren. Hansel and Gretel were created by you without prior authorization. You created full-fledged NIKKEs, all in secret. You know what this implies, don't you?
That I'm amazing?
I won't deny that. But it also casts doubt upon your intentions. Only a potential traitor would conduct such actions in secret. The Heretic is a new weapon that you created, and the second-generation Grimm's models were all made to eventually serve as such. It makes for a convenient cover-up, and you're the perfect scapegoat.
If you had a brain in your head, you'd know that's complete horse.
My opinion doesn't matter. What matters is that this is what most people will think. In particular, those who are in power.
So what are you trying to say?
Cinderella, if you die, everyone else can be cleared of their charges. If you take the blame for what's happened and die, Ave and the other Grimm's models can return. They can be humanity's saviors once again. The successors to the goddesses. Only you will be considered a traitor. To capture you, the second-generation Grimm's models were deployed. After a fierce battle, they emerged victorious. The foe that even the Goddess Squad struggled against will be defeated. Vengeance will be ours. It would be a grand achievement, one which overshadows any minor details.
I understand what you're saying, but I have no intention of cooperating. There is something I must do.
What is that?
I will defeat the Queen.
Huh? I see. Given your specifications, this is not as outlandish as it may sound. Very well. Is this your final decision? I should have known this is what you'd all decide.
Hansel, Gretel, Siren, let's go together. With your help, we can win.
Gretel and I want to ask you something.
Sure.
Did Anachiro kill Red Shoes?
No, I did.
Why did you kill her?
She deserved to die.
Agreed.
I thought Red Shoes was kind.
That's what she wanted you to think. Yeah, can't talk. That's what she wanted you to think. She wanted you to think she was kind, when in actuality, pure evil.
She took good care of us. She was kind to Siren. She liked Cinderella. Was your hate for Red Shoes so strong as to forget all that?
Yes. I despised her.
If you start to hate Gretel and me, will you kill us too?
If you do something like what Red Shoes did, then yes. I will kill you.
What were Red Shoes' final words?
She didn't say anything.
I see. Oswald told me that she was refining the corruption virus.
Uh-huh.
I did some of my own investigating. Turns out Red Shoes was using an old VTC research lab in secret.
Really?
We found over 200 NIKKEs and about 10 Raptures there.
Jesus.
The NIKKEs all had their brains operated on, and the Raptures had been implanted with corruption.
Is that true?
All the NIKKEs were dead, but something stood out even more than that. All their eyes were red. The Raptures were all functioning normally. They had been stripped of their armor and were immobile. Only the corruption-inducing devices were operational. Red Shoes was refining the corruption process. Of that, there is no doubt. And one more thing. The entire lab was full of your photos.
I see.
Gretel and I knew that Red Shoes did some bad things. And even worse things to Cinderella. But did you have to kill her? Was there no other option?
No, there wasn't.
I think you're trying to play it off like you don't care. Gretel thinks you're crying. We both like you, Cinderella. We also liked Red Shoes. We're sad. Red Shoes was like family to us, and now she's gone.
I'm sad too.
We don't want to lose another family member. So we will protect you. We will protect Cinderella. Let's go together.
Thank you.
Can I hug you?
Sure.
Hansel and Gretel approach Cinderella. Without a word, the two hug Cinderella tightly.
Sorry for not believing in what you said. For not believing you. Sorry. Sorry.
It's okay. Thank you for coming to meet me. Thank you for forgiving me.
You did nothing wrong.
Cinderella gently pats Hansel and Gretel on the back, then slowly walks towards Little Mermaid. Cinderella quietly extends her hand to Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid silently regards Cinderella's extended hand, then reaches out her own in response. The two hands intertwine.
Cinderella, you were hurting. You were very lonely.
You fool. I told you not to talk.
I was so scared. I didn't know if the person in front of me was the real you. I was scared that you might hurt me again. I avoided your hand. You probably just wanted to hold hands. No one would have held Cinderella's hand.
You're holding my hand now. That's all I need.
I understand.
Dang, I didn't even need to persuade them. Oswald?
Yes?
Are you crying?
No.
Liar.
You didn't come here to kill us, did you?
I was sent here to eliminate you. That much is true. But I failed.
And here you are, practically laying down the red carpet to let us escape.
Don't be ridiculous. So are you going to kill the Queen?
Yes.
Then you are officially fugitives now. Your names will have a curse upon them, and you will be shunned. Can you handle that?
It's okay. We can always clear our names again.
Gretel and I are okay with it.
Here.
Oswald hands Eve a small tablet.
What's this?
A list of safe places and routes that will keep you out of harm's way. Perhaps it will come in handy.
Why are you doing this? It's unlike you.
I'm a fan.
Oswald extends his hand and points off into the distance. He points to a gigantic pillar stretching from the horizon up into the far reaches of the sky. The lift.
You have to win. Give humanity the victory they deserve.
Leave it to us. I will bring you a splendid, beautiful victory.
Let's see. Oh, I see some collectibles.
If it means I can atone for my past, I am willing to do anything. I'm not beautiful anymore. I'm a monster. So much destruction that I caused. How can I ever atone for my sins? If it means I can atone for my past, I am willing to do anything. So much destruction that I caused. How can I ever atone for my sins?
It was you. Because of you, we've ended up in this miserable state. I will never forgive you. Out of curiosity.
Beautiful anymore. I'm a monster. I'm not beautiful anymore. I'm a monster.
Even if everyone turns their backs on me, even if no one else is watching, I will rewrite this tainted story for the greatest audience who has stood by me, for you. Aww. Might as well collect some mission rewards.
So much destruction that I caused. How can I ever atone for my sins?
So yep, I just have I think 2 more parts of the story.
Atone for my past. I am willing to do anything.
Let's see. Yep, 2 more stages. Okay, pardon me a quick second here. Okay, so for whatever reason, I guess after a bit of time, my vocal feed from OBS kind of almost sounds like it's like out of sync by maybe a couple milliseconds or something like that, and it kind of bugs me. So did a little refresh and now it's in sync from what I'm hearing. But anywho, to 111. Yep, getting close to matching in terms of the recommended. But yeah, for now, I'm not gonna have access to hard mode and get the rewards from it from the missions for like a good few days left. But I can always replay these stages and the old stages with replayable ones, so that way I can farm more of the mirror shards.
Full contact. Pour out.
Now! Concentrate all attacks! Nice! Fireball we do! Time for the grand finale!
There we go.
The judgment delivered by prayer is always fair.
Alright. The last stage. Ooh. Yeah, I'm just above the recommended by 17 points. That's funny. So, my team should be strong enough to beat this stage without needing the temporary participation Nikke's. In front of the left, the girls stand in front of a seemingly endless Rapture army. The sight is enough to make Abe's breath leave her body. Her throat dries up, and as she gulps nervously, she recalls the conversation they just had.
Oswald, you never had any doubt, did you?
What do you mean?
You knew Cinderella was free from the corruption. I thought a hard case like you would prioritize the worst case scenario for sure.
I was hoping for this to be the outcome.
What?
That there was once a hero who was willing to fight until the bitter end. If she had given in to the corruption, that would be far too tragic an ending to the story. If corruption can be treated, then there's a chance that the hero could be rehabilitated as well. She's capable of that, and much more. Holding on to that kernel of hope, I decided to believe that corruption can be treated.
Which, given the track record, it can. Because the Vaultpost was given to Cinderella and it effectively eliminated the corruption code, aka the Anichiro personality, aka Red Shoes. So, in theory, any other Rapture that's been, or any other heretic that is, or corrupted Nikke that is, injected / introduced to Vaultpost, they can effectively be cured of the corruption and become normal, just like Cinderella did. True, they'll potentially be stuck with the red eyes, but I'd say that's worth being freed from corruption.
I had no idea you were this sentimental.
Only in certain situations. Ave, speaking of the worst case scenario, I need to tell you.
You're talking about how Cinderella might not be completely cured, right?
You knew.
What was it called again? Vaultpost? I read a report. When you're exposed to it, 98% of the nanomachines in the body are destroyed. Cinderella's body is mostly made up of nanomachines now, but she hasn't experienced any changes.
The nanomachines collapsed and then regenerated. The key word to keep in mind here is internal.
Yes, I remember them using that term in the report. These nanomachines they refer to must be the nymph.
You know about nymph as well? That's classified information.
A fugitive cares little about confidentiality. Anyway, if this Vaultpost kills the nymph, then it's fair to assume that 98% of Cinderella's nymph is currently dead.
Correct. 2% remains. That could also mean that some corruption might still be present. We must also keep in mind that being nanomachines, they are capable of reproduction. If that happens, what will you do?
What do you mean by that?
I'm talking about if Cinderella becomes Anichiro again.
Cinderella will never be tainted again.
What evidence do you have to support that?
My own conviction. Nothing more.
Now who's being sentimental?
Yeah.
Only in certain situations.
Using his own words.
Ave? Are you okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm okay. Just a bit nervous.
I hardly think it's fair that my first mission is to overthrow the Queen. Gretel, on the other hand, finds it very exciting.
The Ark is being sealed as we speak. The defensive operation centered around the gacha squad, Ark Guardian, is reaching its final stages. That means the high-level Raptures are heading for the Ark. But the Ark will be sealed and kept safe, because the goddesses are there. While the Raptures head for the Ark, our aim is to find the Queen and attack. While all the pretty little Raptures are out to play, we strike when their house is empty. Well, maybe not entirely empty. None of you have to come with us. This is a glorified suicide mission. You can all go back and say that Cinderella escaped. Your lives could return to normal.
Why aren't you going back, Ave? You're the weakest one amongst us. To be honest, you won't be able to help much in terms of combat.
I can still do repairs on you insolent goofballs. I have to see this through to the end. I need to witness the moment Cinderella clears her name once and for all. The moment she rewrites her story.
Gretel and I don't care about that. We just want Cinderella to live. That's why we have to protect her.
I want Cinderella to be happy. It's been too long since she felt happiness.
Thank you, everyone. Our story should have ended as a happy fairy tale. One that would have been remembered fondly for generations to come. But I ruined it all. I turned it into a story filled with pain and misery. But the story isn't over yet. I must continue writing it. Not just for myself, but for all of you as well. I promise that the story we'll write from now on won't be one of failure, but one with a happy ending.
We believe in you.
Come, let's write our story.
Bundle him up nice and tight, Siren.
Little Mermaid activates Spindrift, which flies out and spreads wildly amongst the enemy camp.
Gather at the center.
All the Raptures who heard the secret command proceed to gather in unison at the center of the area.
Let's do it, Gretel. Yes, the secret recipe. Anti-matter bomb. Pow!
A ball of light emerges from Witch's cauldron and hurls itself towards the bunched up group of Raptures. Upon impact, there's a blinding explosion. Gargantuan in scale.
That wasn't an actual hydrogen bomb, was it?
I hope not.
Of course not. I just came up with a joke name that sounded cool.
Don't scare me like that.
Rocked by the monumentous explosion, the area is now littered with the remains of decimated Raptures. Before long, however, additional Raptures fill the empty space.
Gretel and I think there are too many Raptures.
Don't worry. We can break through. Glass slippers, full contact. Shower them.
Blue lights dance and intertwine chaotically. The blue lights shower upon the group of Raptures with pinpoint accuracy, piercing straight through all of their cores. Having lost their power source, the Raptures collapse lifelessly to the ground.
What an amazing control!
Amazing.
Let's keep going. Once we get inside the lift, victory is as good as ours.
All right, we can make it!
No Guardian-level Raptures detected. Since you're all experts at annihilating Raptures, I don't foresee any major problems.
You had to say something. A loud explosion rings out near the walls of the lift, followed by clouds of smoke. A red Rapture leaps out from the plumes, changes its direction several times in mid-air, and lands in front of the group. At first, Ave is encouraged by the fact that Rapture is fairly familiar in appearance to what they've encountered before. But after seeing a familiar red leg, she's shaken to her core.
Red shoes? Are those Red shoes' legs?
They've been modified to form a Rapture.
You got your wish, Red Shoes.
Yeah, as fucked up as it is.
No, that's not it. You poor thing. The Raptures were never interested in you. Only in your weaponry.
Yep.
I'll right this wrong. I'll take these Red Shoes which you never deserved, and erase them from this world.
Replica Red Shoes.
May blessings be bestowed upon the faithful. Let's get this party started!
Glass slippers, full contact. Pour out.
We need to fire straight ahead. Together!
And good riddance, Red Shoes.
Nothing can stand against my firepower.
The red-legged Rapture moves chaotically through the air.
Damn you, stop flying around.
Ugh, so annoying!
Stop now! Be gone!
As the glass slipper's light pierces through the Rapture, it extends its tentacles, which impale Cinderella. After this final attack, the Rapture explodes, sending pieces flying every which way. Cinderella hastily cuts off the tentacle that pierced through her.
Don't tell me this.
Is meant to induce corruption.
Oh shit. An invisible wall appears in front of Cinderella once again, beyond which she can see herself and her colleagues.
You came back.
Ah crap, not this again. Yeah, time to kill this corruption code for good.
And you brought your friends along too. Now, let's go over your mission once again. You don't want to see your friends killed by your own hand, do you? State your mission. Then you can be at ease. There's no time. Hurry.
Cinderella looks at the version of herself beyond the wall, and sees her friends looking back at her. Hansel and Gretel are running towards her, and Siren is holding her face. Ave is grabbing her shoulders and shaking her. Cinderella looks into Ave's eyes and sees her own reflection. She sees herself staring blankly into space. Cinderella looks back into Ave's eyes. In there, she sees it.
Yes. You've always been watching me. Your own goddess of victory.
Yeah. Guess what? Guess what, Corruption Code? You're screwed.
I won't allow myself to be tainted anymore. I have someone in my corner watching me. I have to be beautiful in their eyes. Be gone! The thought of your filth blighting my beauty sickens me.
Yeah. Get lost and never return, Red Shoes. It is great seeing her smile. The wall shatters.
Cinderella, snap out of it! Damn it, don't do this to me. We're so close. Wake up! Wake up! Cinderella!
What's wrong? You look like you're about to cry.
But the corruption...
What are you talking about? Don't worry. Your goddess of victory will never be tarnished.
Oh man. My heart can't take much more of this.
Cinderella, are you okay?
Of course. I'm fine. No matter what happens, I will never inflict any pain on any of you.
Good. Then let's go. The path ahead is clear. It's time to take down the Queen. Everyone, keep your head on a swivel. There's no knowing what we might find inside the lift.
Wow. So pretty.
Yeah, beautiful.
No way you'd be riding this if you had a fear of heights.
Gretel and I think it's strange. The world as we know it has changed significantly, but from here, it looks as if not much has happened.
You're right. Ave, how long until we reach the space station?
Assuming that nothing goes wrong, we should arrive in 1 hour.
That's fast.
While it's technically a freight elevator, the speed is more akin to a shuttle.
Is there something on your mind?
No, not really. I'm just feeling confident that we got it right. The freight elevator is operating normally. If you look around, you can see all different sizes of scratches. So our theory that they used this to send the Raptures down to the surface must be correct.
Huh. So they hijacked the lift, so that way they could send Rapture forces down to the surface. Huh. So maybe that means the space station that they're heading to is, I guess, Rapture HQ, in a way?
They're made at the space station and transported using this lift.
Ah. So that is true. Okay. So that means the space station is effectively a giant factory in space. Kind of akin to, say, what would be the term? Ship manufacturer for, like, say, warships in Star Wars. Like, I know this is a weird comparison, but in terms of, like, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, there's this massive space station in above a planet. I'm brain fart on the name, but it was essentially harvesting scrap metal from the planet's surface so that they could use that scrap to manufacture Star Destroyers. So this is kind of a similar concept, but more or less reverse, because instead of bringing materials up, it's making them in space and then sending the Raptures down.
So, if things go south, if we just detach the space station...
How about destroying the lift itself?
That's essentially impossible. It's too big. And, thanks to gluttony, the use of large-scale weapons is prohibited.
Prohibited, huh? Why, because he swallowed the previous one?
Only small groups like us could have made it this far.
Eve? Gretel and I think it's a bit hot in here.
Really? Could the temperature regulation system be broken? I'll check.
Excuse me. Ave approaches the control panel.
Actually, it's strange. It's not hot. It's burning.
I have a bad feeling.
Don't worry. Ave is looking into...
Oh, that's not good. A giant beam blasts through and vaporizes half the elevator. Oh shit. The resulting drop in air pressure causes everything to shake violently. Ave and Cinderella instinctively cling to the wall. Half of the elevator has been completely vaporized, as if it never existed. The edges near where the beam hit are glowing flaming red. Ave stares at the scene, dumbfounded.
A beam attack from above? What the? Where did everybody go? Where are they? Hansel! Gretel! Siren! Where are you? Did they fall?
Ave! What's going on? Pull yourself together. I'm sure everyone's safe.
How could they be when we're this high up?
They'll be...
Uh-oh. Another beam strikes down on them.
Ave!
Another gaping hole is torn in the elevator. Ave is barely clinging onto the newly severed area.
Ave! I'm coming!
Ave shakes her head vigorously and steadies her gaze.
Don't come! You'll get hit! This attack is from the Queen, I'm certain of it! She's armed with a high-output beam weapon. If you use glass slippers, we might stand a chance. So long as it's not destroyed entirely, this elevator will continue to ascend. Deploy glass slippers and keep going up!
What are you saying?
If you think you can't win, detach the station. Send the Queen packing. That way, you'll at least be able to cut off the supply route for the Raptures. We can win this!
Wait! I'm coming!
I said don't come! You have to go up. You need to continue the story.
How can I do it alone?
You can. You are my most beautiful goddess of victory. Now hurry and win! We'll all be waiting for you down below. No, that's not it. I'll find you no matter what happens.
I will come back to you, victorious!
That's the spirit. I believe in you, Cinder.
Ave loses her grip and plummets down. Cinderella clenches her teeth.
I guess I've arrived. Everyone, be safe. I'll win this for you and return to you. Let's go.
So it's gonna be a one-on-one. Oh, animated cutscene.
May this bring us a happy ending.
It's me. We've received orders from up high. Destroy all information related to the second-generation Grimm's models. Yes, all of it. The second generation was a failure. Operation Ark Guardian was a success. Now we just need to seal the Ark. If it weren't for Lilyweiss, it would have been impossible. The operation succeeded, but we lost the goddess of victory herself. Morale is lower than ever. We can't allow such failures to continue to exist at such a pivotal moment. None of the Grimm's models can be allowed to fail again. They must be made examples of. Yes, I will leave it to you. My hands are tied. All I can do is wipe the slate clean. I don't know when it will be. But if there ever comes a time when we can resume your stories again, my hope is that the newly cleansed slate will only contain beautiful stories. May it be so.
Barry changed again, so now it's all black and white. And 2 more new items appeared. Question is where? Oh. Bridges' model disappeared. Oh, I see one. That's a good item to find. So yeah, in the end, it seems that even with the increased strength that Cinderella had, it seemed like it was not enough Not quite enough to defeat the queen. But she did kind of succeed in a way. By pretty much severing the space station from the lift, so... who knows? Maybe someday finding the queen will happen, and maybe, just maybe, they'll be able to win. Let's see. I feel like one of these is new. Maybe this one? I may have seen it before. Oh, this is a new one.
I don't need anything. No need for comrades or friends. No one will know how much I've suffered. Those who would regard me as a monster are not welcome. I don't need them. I don't need anyone or anything. I wish they all would disappear.
Well, that's pretty much before Ave talked to her again. So the question is, where is the last item? It's gotta be around somewhere. Is this one new?
Now you don't belong anywhere anymore. You are not a Rapture, NIKKE, or human. No one will trust you. All those who see you will be hostile towards you. Oh, you poor pitiful princess made of glass. You will live the rest of your life in isolation, and then you will die. I wish you good luck. Beautiful Anachiro.
Absolute depraved bitch. I'm glad she's dead. She pretty much had it coming. So where the hell is this last collectible? Like, it's gotta be somewhere. Maybe it appears after I complete the story on hard mode? Maybe? That could be it. Because I'm taking a good look around and I'm not seeing any other sparkle. Yeah, I'm guessing it probably appears after I complete the story on hard mode. Because if it was anywhere on the hub world, I would have seen it by now. I'm sure it's somewhere. But might as well clean these rewards. Alright, that's 2 selectors. Cool. So, now I just need to defeat pretty much all the stories, all of story 2 on hard mode, and then I'll get the 3rd selector. That way, I can pretty much max limit break my Rapunzel pure grace. Yeah, I suspect the last item is gonna appear maybe after I complete Start 2 on hard mode. It would make sense. Let's see. I'm gonna check real quick how many mirrors I by chance still have. I may potentially replay one of the replayable stages. Okay, I have 3. So... yeah, we'll repeat this one.
Nothing can stand against my firepower.
There we go. Get some extra currency. But yeah, I have no idea where it is. So I'd say for now, until hard mode gets unlocked, let's see about potentially doing some pulls.
How do I look? Sexy, perhaps?
Oh, I got mail. Ooh, milestone reward. Nice. Hey, nice. I got 3 advanced vouchers. So how many do I have now? 57. So that is technically enough to do 5 multis. We'll give it a shot. See if we can actually pull Grave. Excuse me. Come on, let's get lucky here. Okay, no fake out. Alright, fake out multi number 2. Come on, let's get lucky here. I know it took quite a few to get Cinderella. Okay, I can still do 2 before I have to use gems. Come on, please. Alright. One more multi with vouchers before I have to use gems. Come on, please. Alright. Come on. Please, let's get lucky. Can we please get Grave at least once? Damn it. Okay, I could do 2 multis with gems. Come on, please. Please, can we get lucky? Yeah. This is not looking good. Oh! Okay. SSR. 2! There's 2!
Soldier EG,
please. There's 2. Please. Please let one of these be Grave. Please.
Nice. Don't. Soldier F.
Elysian. Nope, that's not it.
I'll choose the best route and make sure it's delivered safely.
Alright, so we got Brid, that's new. But come on, we need Grave.
Armament check.
This shot will make you...
That's not her either. Damn it.
Come to us if you're lost. We'll save you anytime.
Damn it. Well, I'm already having worse luck on here than with Cinderella, that's for sure. Not a good sign. Not a good sign.
How do I look? Sexy, perhaps?
You know what? I have 20 vouchers. Let's do a couple multis. Yeah, both of those were pretty bad. But damn. Well, if anything, I can always do the campaign to get more gems. Well, the last pull I can do with the amount of gems I have.
How do I look? Sexy, perhaps?
So, unfortunately, my luck definitely did not pull through.
Sexy, perhaps?
So, if anything, I know the minigame can get me some more advanced recruit vouchers, but I know I don't want to resort to having to use actual money to potentially get Grave. I need to do at least 18 more pulls. Yeah, 18 more pulls, and then, if anything, I can pity for Grave. But I would prefer to get multiple copies of her and Cinderella, because I still want to get Cinderella max limit broken, but I don't know. I'll give it some thought. But we'll just call it there, and well, hopefully my luck gets better next time with Goddess of Victory NIKKE.